Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, 10 Ways to Wear It. I'm Alicia, and on this channel I take one fashion item or one fashion trend and show you all 10 different ways to wear it. Now if you don't know anything about me, I have a huge wardrobe. I love clothes, I love shoes, and I have a ton of stuff. And I live in a one-bedroom apartment, so I have systems and tips and tricks that I use to keep my large wardrobe in check. And if you have a large wardrobe, then you are going to love today's video because I got some good ideas for you all that are going to help you to keep it in check, but also make the best use of your wardrobe so you're not forgetting about items, so that you're not rebuying items that you already have, like purchasing similar pants or similar dresses, and you find the dress later and you're like, oh my God, why did I buy that new one? Girl, I'm gonna help you out today. So if you wanna see 10 tips and tricks on how to keep your large wardrobe in check, stay tuned for this video. Okay, you guys, so I'm super excited to share all these tips and tricks with y'all. As you can see, I got my tulle skirts up here just to kind of mix up the background a little bit. These tulle skirts should be an indication of how big my wardrobe is. I have 9 of them up here. I have 2 more that are not up here. So I love a tulle skirt, if you don't know that about me, but this is definitely an indication of how big my wardrobe is, just the fact that I have this many tulle skirts. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into these tips and tricks. The first one that I love to try to put into practice, I'm gonna tell y'all straight out, it doesn't always work, but this is what I'm aiming for right now to narrow my wardrobe down, and that is following what I call the 20-20 rule. And that's basically having 20 of each piece in your wardrobe. This is ideal for a person who has a large wardrobe. So I'm gonna say that right out, because if you have a minimal small wardrobe that works for you, you don't need to have 20 of everything. But I have a big wardrobe, so I'm trying to narrow things down and trying to get into what I've deemed the 20-20 rule, and that is 20 of each fashion item. 20 pairs of jeans. It might sound like a lot of jeans, but it really is not to me, because I have about 40 pairs right now. 20 dresses, 20 tops that are like printed, 20 tops that are not printed, 20 t-shirts. That can be 10 white, 10 black, and that can be graphic tees or plain tees. I'm trying to narrow it down. Just basically 20 of everything. The only thing that I wouldn't put in that 20 category is shorts, because I'm not really into wearing shorts as much lately. I really only wear denim shorts. So like printed shorts and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't have 20 of those. And there might be a few other items that I wouldn't need 20 of, because I just don't wear those types of items that much. I may not need 20 skirts. You know, I'm not really a skirt person. I'm more of a dress lover. So that's something that I probably would have, maybe 10 skirts or something like that. But for the items that I do love, like jeans, that my jeans are out of control right now, I'd like to narrow it down and really fall into that 20-20 rule. So that's something that you can practice if you're trying to narrow down your wardrobe. If you have tons and tons of items like me, your girl got a problem, you know, trying to get to that 20-20 rule can be a great way to do it, to just say, okay, I'm just gonna hold on to 20 of these dresses, all the rest I'm gonna let go. And you pick them by priority, the ones that you love the most, and so forth. So that's my first rule. Try out the 20-20 rule. That's what I'm trying to do with my wardrobe right now. I will update you guys in the next few months on whether or not I'm there, because I'm in the process of really weeding out my wardrobe and keeping the things that I really love. So I'll definitely update you guys. But yes, first tip, that 20-20 rule. Try it out. See if it works for you. So the next tip that I have for you all, and this might be an obvious one, is to organize your closets. Organizing your closets really help when you go in to find things. You're able to move things around on the rack so it's not so stuck, you know, and packed that you can't look through things. Also, keeping the closet in general organized so it's not stuff all over the floor. It's easier to get in and out of there. It really does help. I'm creating outfit videos for you all, so I'm constantly in need of outfit ideas and in need of the pieces in my wardrobe, and it really helps me a lot when my closet is nice and organized. One way you can do this is by having uniform hangers. I use 3 different kinds of hangers. In my regular closets, I use these velvet hangers. They're nice and thin. I can put a lot of them in there, and they're not too bulky, and they do a great job of holding up everything. So occasionally they'll break, but for the most part, these are awesome. And you can find these at Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or you can order them online and at Amazon, and they are very reasonably priced. So these little velvet hangers are something that I use in my regular closets. On my rack, which you guys see sometimes in videos, I use these gold hangers. These are gold wire hangers hangers that I buy from Amazon, and as you can see, they're also pretty thin. These are heavy duty hangers. They don't fold, they don't bend, they don't stretch. They are so awesome, and I will link them for you. I love these gold hangers. They are so nice, but I use those on the rack to keep things nice and uniform when I'm preparing for videos. I'll put the clothes on those gold racks. For my coat closet, I use these heavy duty hangers. Oops, hangers falling. Hanger rain. But I use these heavy duty hangers right here. These are nice and thick, and they do a great job of holding up my coats and heavy sweaters without drooping or anything like that. They can hold a lot of weight, so that's what's in my coat closet. And as you can see, they're also pretty thin, and they work great. I love the idea of having uniform hangers. It really just makes my closet feel more luxurious and just organized. The next thing I like to do is vacuum seal certain things. I vacuum seal all of these tulle skirts. Okay, they don't go in a drawer, they don't go in a container, they go in these vacuum bags right here that I buy from Amazon. These are the large vacuum seal bags, so I'll put like 5 skirts in each bag and just vacuum out the air, and they're nice and flat. And I store those under the bed, and that's another great idea for you. Store the items that you reach for the least out of the way. So store them in the garage, store them in underbed containers, store them at the top or the bottom of a closet, store them somewhere where you know you're not gonna have to reach for them that often, so they can be in that place out of the way. That's a great way to keep track of things as well, and you can just write it down in your journal where they are. So store items that you wear the least or that you use the least out of the way, under the bed, top of the closet, bottom of the closet, in the garage, whatever. But or if you have a little she shed, that'll work too. But yes, these vacuum bags are awesome. This is where I store all these. And like I said, I don't vacuum seal my sweaters. They're in 2 containers in this front closet in my living room, but you know, that's another option. You can definitely vacuum seal bulky sweaters and outerwear and stuff like that. So yeah, when the struggle is real in your closet, it's time to get it organized. So definitely uniform hangers, you know, and also keeping the space in your closet nice and tidy. Another thing I like to do is store items that I don't reach for that much under the bed, or I'll store them at the top or bottom of the closet. Or if you have a garage, you can definitely put those items in containers and put them out in the garage. But label everything so you know what's in the containers if they're not see-through. That really helps a lot as well. And also writing the stuff down in your little fashion journal where everything is will really help you as well. So definitely think about putting away items that you don't reach for that much. If your weather is very seasonal as far as when you need coats and sweaters, like here in California, I can definitely take that stuff out of the closet and put it away, and I'll just write down where it is. I have some stuff stored under my bed that I don't wear that much. I have these huge underbed containers that just kind of slide under there. So those are great options for you if you have items that you don't wear that much. Just kind of keep them out of the way and keep the stuff that you reach for a lot where you can definitely find it and get to it by keeping the closet organized. So uniform hangers, put things away that you don't wear that often, and just try to keep the space nice and tidy. So my next tip for you all is to create a rotation for your clothing. That means literally after you wear something, put it at the bottom of the drawer. So like if I wear a graphic t-shirt, I'll fold it and put it literally under the stack, because it's like I've already worn that one recently and now it's trying to move on to a next one. I'll do that with my jeans. I'll do that with dresses and stuff in the closet. I'll put the dresses that I've worn in the back of the closet or kind of off to the side, and keep the dresses that I haven't worn recently kind of in the middle where I can see them when I walk into the closet. Creating that rotation has really helped me to wear more of my stuff, because I used to kind of lose track of what I have and things would just get lost and I'd end up buying the similar items again, and that was so annoying for me. So I started really trying to consciously create that rotation by putting things at the bottom after I wear it, putting it at the back of the closet after I wear it, and things like that. And I literally do that. So that's another thing you can put into practice. Create a rotation. After you wear something, put it at the back of the closet. If it's in a drawer, put it literally under the bottom so that you won't wear it again for a while, so that you're moving on to something new. And that's just a great way to extend your wardrobe. Another thing, if you buy things that you know are a one-time wear item, and honestly, when you have a big wardrobe and you shop a lot, let's just be real. Sometimes you buy something with the intent to only wear it once, or it's just such an occasion item that you're not going to be wearing it over and over. If you know that's the case, put it in your donate bag. I always have an active donation bag going. It sits in my closet because I donate a lot of clothes to special needs high school, and I also sell clothes sometimes. So I have a donate and a sell bag. They're large laundry bags that I keep, but I put it right in there if I know I'm not gonna wear it again. Or if something happens to it, maybe it gets a little nick, maybe I burned it with the iron, something like that, it can still usually be donated. I'm not gonna donate it if it has major damage, but if it doesn't, I'll still donate it. So I'll put it right into that bag instead of like folding it, putting it somewhere, knowing I'm not gonna wear it again. So that's a tip for you guys. Create a rotation, and if you know you're gonna wear something once and get rid of it, put it immediately into that donation or that sale bag so that it's out of the way. Let's move on to the next tip. So the next tip that I have for you all to keep that wardrobe in check is to wear items as soon as you buy them. A lot of the times I used to hold on to clothes and wait for occasions to wear them. Now I pop those tags immediately. If I know I'm gonna keep the item, I'm not gonna return it, I love it, I'm falling for it, whatever, then I just wear it as soon as I get it. Sometimes I'm just wearing it to Target or Starbucks. Sometimes I'm wearing it on a date with my boyfriend. Sometimes I'm wearing it for an occasion, but I try to wear it as soon as possible. The sooner you wear the items that you buy, the more likely it is that you're going to wear them more often, and the higher the likelihood that you'll find other ways to style it up. So you might wear, you know, a dress this way one day, you know, dressed up. You might wear it with some sneakers another time, but it'll be on your mind to continue wearing that item. But if you buy it, put it in the back of the closet, wait for something to come up to wear it, honey, months later or maybe even years later, you're gonna find that dress and it still won't have the tag on it, and you're not gonna have worn it. And when you bought it, you loved it so much, but now you've fallen out of love with it and it hasn't gotten any cost per wear. Don't let that happen to you. When you buy items, pop those tags, wear your stuff. We've talked about this in other videos, and you know, it just adds a little something to your life when you pop it in tags, honey, doing what you gotta do, even if it is just going to Costco. So now let's move on to my next tip. The next two tips that I have for you all are basically addressing how to control your wardrobe by the things that you buy. So the next rule I put into practice is to practice my own 10 ways rule. And of course, everything you buy can be styled or worn 10 different ways, but a lot of things that you buy definitely can. And you all have seen that from my videos. I'll take one item or one style of item and style it up 10 different ways. You can definitely put that into practice. I've heard Trini say that she puts that into practice. If she can't wear it 10 ways, she don't want it. I don't know if that's actually true, but she tries to shoot for that. And that's definitely something I try to shoot for as well. If I'm investing in like jeans or a blazer or something like that, I want to know that I can style up this item at least 10 different ways, okay? And like I said, maybe that's not a realistic goal, but that's where my mind is thinking, especially lately when I've been buying things, because I'm trying to take better control of my spending when it comes to fashion and clothes and shoes and stuff like that. So I try to think, am I really going to wear this item? How many different ways can I style it up? Because I get bored easily wearing it the same way. And, you know, how can I get the best cost per wear out of this item? So thinking about that when you purchase items will really help you out. Can you style the item a bunch of ways? Is it flexible as far as how you can wear it? Because some things you can really only wear them one way. You know, some things you purchase is just like, this is how it's supposed to be worn and that's it. So you definitely want to think about that if you want to practice wardrobe longevity, meaning items last long, they can last over seasons and things like that. Put into practice that 10 ways rule. I mean, you already following me, might as well, boo boo, might as well. But yes, can I style that item 10 ways? The next tip that I have for you guys is to stop buying basics. And by basics, I mean white t-shirts, black t-shirts, white button downs, this and that. I find that I have an issue with that, and I'm really trying to check that as well. I have all the basics that I need, and I think most of us out there do. We have our basic pair of black slacks for work. We might have some navy ones and some taupe ones as well. We have a decent amount of button downs. We have, you know, just those basics in the wardrobe that we need, those kind of outfit foundation items. We already have enough of that. It's time to really focus on buying significant items, vintage items, one-of-a-kind items, really special items that are going to add that zing to your wardrobe instead of just basics, 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 basics. Because what happens is the basics start to take up a lot of space and you don't really have room for those significant things. You know, that nice sequin dress you've been thinking about buying just to have, or something like that, okay? We don't want the basics to kind of drown out everything. So think about it. Stop buying so many basics because you probably already have what you need. And this is another way to check a large wardrobe and to really just kind of streamline what you're buying. At this point, I really only want things that are kind of special. That's really all I need. I got all the basics I need. So that's my next tip. Let's move on to the next one. So So the next tip that I have for you all is something that I've kind of struggled with, and that is my struggle with letting things go. I develop attachments to things, and sometimes it's something that I'm not even really wearing, but I just don't want to let it go. When I start cleaning out or, you know, decluttering things, I think of like, oh, but I could wear this with this, or I could style this with this and I haven't worn it yet. Or girl, these days I'm like, you know what, I haven't worn it, I'm not wearing it, doesn't fit my style anymore, doesn't fit me anymore, I let it go. I have pretty much dealt with my issues as far as attachment to clothes and things, and I've learned to just get comfortable letting things go. Feel good about donating things. So having a good donation resource or a few of them is a great way to feel good about letting things go, because you almost want to get rid of stuff just to give it. Like I give my kids my clothing to a special needs high school to kids, and it feels so good. And the teacher that I give it to, you know, disperse it or share it with the kids, tells me like how excited they are, you know, to see the bag and to see the bags of stuff that I send to the school. And I'm sure other people do this as well. These are disadvantaged children, so they, you know, their parents might actually benefit from me donating things to the school, especially the shoes and stuff. A lot of high school age girls wear my same shoe size, so it really does help, you know, when your daughter come home with some nice sweaters and t-shirts and stuff. It's like, okay, that'll help me out. Shoot, I mean, I wouldn't be mad, you know, but it makes me feel so good, and it makes it a lot easier to let go of those things. Also, when I'm donating to, you know, sources like the Goodwill, Salvation Army that helps the homeless and things like that, it just feels really good. And then I have the benefit of selling things. So I sell my clothes sometimes and I make a little change from it. That feels good as well. So get comfortable letting things go, whether you're donating or selling. Find a good donation resource, or find a resource for selling your items if you want to make some money off of them, and get comfortable letting the stuff go. Stop thinking of new ways to wear it, or I'm gonna wear it, or this or that, when you are cleaning out and decluttering. If you haven't worn the item in a long time, if it's not your style anymore, if it doesn't fit what you want to look like these days, let it go, honey. If it comes up and you just really miss that item, you can buy it again in that case, okay? Us large wardrobe women, we know how that goes. But get comfortable letting stuff go. That will really help you to keep your large wardrobe in check. So the next tip that I have for you all to keep a large wardrobe in check is to get creative with storage, and also develop a system to keep track of where everything is. Getting creative with storage has really helped me to kind of make the most of the space that I live in. I don't live in a big place. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment, and getting creative and finding like creative solutions for storing certain things has really helped me a lot, y'all. I cannot tell you. And I decided to do this video as a prequel to my how to store everything video. That one's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks, but I wanted to do this one first because I think having a place for everything is super important. But I'll show you all the specifics in another video, but I will show you a couple in this video and talk about some. For example, I don't hang my sweaters. All of my sweaters are in a nice containers in the closet. They're out of the way because sweaters can become super bulky and things like that. Also, all of my swimsuits are in this suitcase right here. This is a big suitcase. This is the Missoni edition suitcase from Target. It's my biggest one, and my swimsuits are in a bag in there. So they don't have a drawer, or, you know, they're not taking up space. When I'm traveling, I just take the bag of swimsuits out, sit it in the closet, fill the suitcase, and when I come back, take everything out, put the swimsuits back in there. It's an easy storage solution because mostly I'm using my swimsuits when I'm traveling. Occasionally I'll go to the beach or to a family member's house that has a pool, but for the most part it's when I'm traveling. So I'm going to be using my suitcase anyway. Might as well go through, figure out what swimsuits I'm taking, have the suitcase ready to go, and then when I come back, I put them back in there. So everything doesn't need to have its own drawer or its own like specific thing. Use a suitcase to store your swimwear. I don't have a ton of swimwear anymore. I got rid of a lot of it because I just wasn't using it. I kept my special ones and my cover-ups that I really, really love, but I keep them in that suitcase that you just saw. So get creative, and like I said, develop a system. I like to write down where I put everything because I don't like to have to search for things all the time. So this little notebook right here is what I log where everything is. This is how I keep track of where everything is. I'll write it down and get specific about it. So if there's something that I'm storing in the bottom of a hallway closet, I'll write it on there, you know, heavy jackets, bottom of hallway closet, or something like that. So I know exactly where it is, and this book is specifically for that. So this is where I write down where shoes are, where, you know, certain bags are, this or that. I write it in my little notebook. So that's like headspace that I can keep clear because I don't have to worry about it. I can just resort to my little journal here to figure out where something is. So try that out. Write down where you put things, especially if you're giving things a specific place. Like if you have a lot of under bed storage, you can write down, you know, cardigans under bed, heavy sweaters under bed, something like that. So get creative with your storage and develop a system to keep track of everything. That is a great way to manage a large wardrobe. Now let's move on to the next tip. So my next tip is to create a log and use it as a resource for outfits when events and occasions come up. This is something that I've been doing for years. You can do this by photo. Sometimes I'll lay out outfits on the bed and take a picture and I'll store it in a folder on my Google Drive, or I'll write it down in my trusty old fashioned journal right here. I do that all the time. It's a great way to ensure that you're using all the items in your wardrobe. And then it also helps when you're struggling, something comes up and you're struggling about what to wear. You can just resort to your little journal. You've already written down some creative outfits. I resort to my little journal for outfits for girls' night out, date nights. I'll write down, you know, outfits for vacation and things like that. If I have something coming up, say I'm going to Vegas, I'll go ahead and write down what outfits I'm going to take with me so that I know immediately what to pack. I'll write down cute girls' night outfit ideas. So next time me and my friends go out in the evenings, I say, okay, I'm going to wear one of these outfits right here. Or I'll write down date night outfits. So it's like, okay, next time we go out to dinner somewhere nice, I'm gonna wear this. Or if we go, you know, to the movies, I'm gonna wear this. And it's a great way to not have to think about what you're gonna wear. And sometimes you're in a creative space and you come up with your best outfits, and that's really when I like to write down mine or take pictures of mine when I'm in that space, because then it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear that outfit that I came up with. That is cute. It really does help. So try it out. You can do that by photo, or like I said, write it down, but try creating an outfit log as a resource for when special events and occasions come up. You can go to it and find outfits that you already created. All you gotta do is go find the pieces in your closet and you're good to go. Try it out, y'all. It is really awesome. So the last and final tip that I have for you all to help manage a large wardrobe is to know what to hang and what not to hang. A lot of us are overcrowding our closets by hanging everything up, and honestly, there's a lot of things that can go into drawers and containers. They don't need to be hung up in your closet. I definitely don't hang up everything. I don't hang any t-shirts. All of them are folded in drawers. I don't hang any of my jeans. They're all folded in drawers. I don't hang any sweats or sweatshirts. They're in drawers. I don't hang like simple dresses, all my t-shirt dresses, my little tulle dresses that you guys see, the sheer ones and mesh dresses. I don't hang any of those. They're all folded in drawers. I do hang my dressier dresses. I do hang like a lot of my suits and stuff like that. Of course, they're on hangers, but all the other stuff, the casual clothes and stuff like that, casual tops, like simple t-shirts, I don't hang any of that stuff. All of it is in drawers. I refuse to overcrowd my closets by hanging everything up. Another thing that you can do is put multiple things on one hanger, and I have some examples for you all. I like to take a hanger and I'll put, sorry, I just hit the camera, y'all, but I'll put multiple things on that hanger in the same category. For example, this hanger has 3 pairs of pants on it. It has 3 pairs of plaid pink pants on it. As you can see, 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So I know when I'm looking for my plaid pink pants, they're all on the same hanger. Another thing I hang together are my Bermuda shorts or culottes. I hang them all together. I have, how many on here? 3 pairs on here. These are all the printed ones. As you can see, they all have a pattern or something on them, and they're all on one hanger together. So I know when I'm looking for these, and these could also be in a drawer, but I find it more practical just to hang them up all on one hanger. But when I know I'm looking for some culottes, the printed ones, they're all on one hanger. Another thing that I like to do this with is my plaid pants that are other colors. This hanger has 4 pair of pants on it. Has these plaid green ones, has these little houndstooth ones, my buffalo plaid pants from Free People, and these plaid ones I recently picked up from ASOS. So 4 pair of pants on one hanger. And this is not like a, you know, some type of super hanger. It's just one of the regular skirt hangers, like the little velvet hangers you saw earlier. And I just put multiple items on it. It's a great way to store things. Lastly, I brought one more example for you all, is all my colored solid pants. I have 3 on this hanger right here. I have one more hanger that has some pink ones, some orange ones on it or whatever. But as you can see, 3 pairs all on one hanger. So try storing things on multiple hangers. And also, you know, don't feel like you gotta hang everything up. Put stuff in containers. Like I said, all of my sweaters are in containers. They're too bulky to be hanging in my closet. They're gonna take up too much space. space, and they're gonna make my closets too tight. So all of that is in a container, and then pretty much all the casual stuff that I own, my jeans, my t-shirts, my sweats and stuff, are all in drawers. The only thing I really have hanging up is like my fancy dressy tops. I have my skirts hanging up, like I said, but I do bulk them in hangers. I only have about 10 skirts. I don't have a lot of skirts. That's the one thing I don't have a lot of, but they're hanging up. Most of them are like lumped onto 1 or 2 hangers. So I have all my leather pants on one hanger, and you can buy the hangers that are also like hangers for bottoms that are like this, you know, those multiple hangers. I have a bunch of those as well, but I like to do it like this. It's just a little easier for me, and it seems to take up a lot less space. So try bulking up items. Let me see, what tip did I miss? Oh, lastly, I got my little notes here, y'all, but lastly, I think it's great to use Pinterest and TikTok and Instagram as a resource to find organization tips. I'm going to insert a video of a really great clip that I found that helped me to organize my t-shirts. So you can definitely find a lot of ideas on how to store things online. So use some of that time that you're surfing on Instagram and all that to look up some ideas on how you can store things. I've gotten so many creative ideas from the internet on how I store certain things in my apartment, and I'll talk more about that when you guys see my how to store everything video. But I've gotten some great ideas off Pinterest. I've gotten some ideas off Instagram, and also some ideas from TikTok that people have shared on like YouTube, on the shorts and stuff like that. So you can definitely use the internet to find more storage ideas. I love the idea of doing that, and I've found some great creative ideas that I've definitely put into practice here in my apartment. So hope that helps y'all. Thank you all so much for checking out this video all about how to keep a large wardrobe in check. I hope all the tips and tricks that I share will be helpful, especially if you live in a smaller space. Maybe you live in an apartment like me, or you just have a bedroom in your folks' house or something like that. I really hope that these tips will help you. Honey, if you have more space, if you have a house and you got a garage, you are blessed. I cannot wait for the day when I have a garage. Trust me, it is not going to be for cars, okay? But I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I would love to know in the comments, what tips and tricks can you share on keeping your wardrobe in check and really maximizing the use of it, making sure you're wearing everything that you have and you're not forgetting about items. What tips and tricks can you share? Because y'all always leave me the best information in the comments. So I'm certainly looking forward to what you all do to keep your wardrobe in check. To everybody who's not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, girlfriend. I promise you, you will not regret it. I bring you all types of fashion, lifestyle, hair, beauty videos, a little bit of everything, and I know you'll love it. So hit that subscribe button. To all my regulars, I love y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see all of you guys on the next one. Stay safe, y'all. Love ya.